Every company has a legal license to operate. Sustainability is the social and environmental license to operate. It is not written anywhere, but without that, the corporations cannot survive, cannot operate effectively. So sustainability is the practices the organization should include in their corporate strategy regarding social and environmental practices beyond legislation affecting all the different stakeholders. In order to measure sustainability performance, every organization needs to define a strategy, needs to define the areas to concentrate. For example, workplace, marketplace, environment, and community. And in order to measure its performance, it needs to set key performance indicators. For example, what is the perception of community regarding its social responsibility? For example, measurement of a carbon footprint and how to reduce it. These are two examples of indicators that every organization should measure in order to have an overall view of sustainability. I think the main issue for business is to understand the business case for sustainability. There is a huge misunderstanding globally and also in the States regarding the business case on sustainability. So a lot of business people, a lot of CEOs, a lot of executives believe that it is only about brand value reputation. Well, yes, it is about brand value reputation, but also it is about their future, about the future generations, about their own future, about cost effectiveness at the same time. So through sustainability, they can definitely increase their brand image reputation to all the different stakeholders, providing a more sustainable future to their own companies. They can minimize the risks they face day by day by the activists, by customers that are not meeting their expectations and so on. But also they can create policies and minimize their costs regarding the environment, minimizing their carbon footprint, observed new technologies that are very effective in terms of energy and so on. The American companies, they need to realize the business case for sustainability. They need to create awareness programs for their executives in order to agree in the strategy they need to follow in the next coming years. First of all, they need to understand the risks. The risks if they are not going to have a sustainability strategy into their collaboration. The CEOs are going to be in a position to have two choices, either to lead or to follow the sustainability movement. I believe that the first choice is the best one for them. Leading is the best, giving a role model organization, giving the best examples to all the other organizations and having an added value towards sustainability. Following, it is important, but you cannot get the added value when you're leading the way. I strongly believe that organizations, American organizations, start thinking about having an integrating sustainability strategy in the 4 pillars in workplace, environment, community, and marketplace. They need to define key performance indicators in order to measure sustainability. They need to create sustainability reports. They need to have a climate change strategy and measure their carbon footprint. All these things which are seeming luxury today, they're going to be essential in the next coming months or 1 or 2 years. So we are needing great leaders. We need leaders that they believe in sustainability. We need to see very good case studies. We need to see effective organizations that they have a very good return on investment based on sustainability practices. And all these organizations, they need to create a sustainability movement in the States and leading the sustainability agenda worldwide. I believe climate change is the hot topic today. In Europe, there is a lot of legislation even for governments to measure the carbon footprint and reduce it. And it's the same for organizations. So it's a major issue and a major part of the European policy of organizations, not only cap and trade, but also to measure and reduce their carbon footprint. I believe this is going to happen also in the States in the next 1 or 2 years. A lot of organizations, as they are already happening today, they have started to measure the carbon footprint. They have already making proactive actions in order to reduce the carbon footprint and be more effective. In the whole world, in countries in South America, we're in the very, very early beginning of environmental aspects, And of course in China it's a hot issue, but very few things happening today. What I can see is that I can see an acceleration of policies and actions in all these countries, especially in South America, in China and India. I can see a lot of programs for organizations and for governments to measure the carbon footprint and using new advanced technologies in order to make it happen. It will take a few years, but I believe that Europe is leading the way, and US has the opportunity also to lead the way in the next coming years.